Today, we're going to talk about blend options. In this example, I have two pictures. I'm going to show you how to go from here to here in just a few steps. First, let's go over the idea of blend options. I have three layers here. The first layer, I'm going to reduce the opacity so you can see what's underneath it. So underneath it, the other two layers have a grayish set of numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the black set of numbers. Now I'm going to raise the opacity of this top layer one more time. I'm going to choose this layer as it is on top. Click the cog to open the Blend Options dialog box. The screen on the left right here allows me to change the transparency of this layer. As an example, you see we have a grayscale here at the bottom. So if I was to consider changing the white area here on the left to be transparent, that would be this region right here where this is white and this is black. So if I click this and I bring it down, you can see that it is certainly making some effect, but let's explain that. This dialog allows you to add other points. You could add as many points as you want. But what I want to do is I want to make just the white area transparent. Now, going back to the beginning, you can see that just the very beginning of this is white, and going over to here on the right side, it's very black. So I'm going to hit a point right here on the line, and I'm going to drag this down. And if I drag it over, you will see it's allowing the number 1 to show through. And as I keep going over, it's adding shades of gray to be transparent as well. And I can keep going and going and going, and you can see it's allowing this region of the top layer to be transparent. When we talk about the right side of the dialog box, that by affecting this graph, again, going from black on the left to white on the right, to show through underlying layers based on the changes that I make in this graph. As an example, if I want black to show through, I would click here and bring this down, and you can see that black is coming through. Also notice that it has zero effect on this layer, this very top layer. So if I wanted gray to show through, well, those numbers are gray. Again, I'm going to go back to here. I'll turn off this layer. You see that those numbers are gray. So again, if I go back to here and I want gray to show through, I'm basically doing a blend where the underlying gray tones are coming through on this layer. And the reason no black numbers are coming through is because black is up here. If I start bringing that down, you'll see them come through as well. So for our example, I chose these two images. One is basically a landscape and the other is the moon. So if we follow suit and we have this layer on top and we hit the blend options and I want to affect this layer, well, that would be the left side of the screen. And it's really simple. If I want the black to be transparent, I want this to come down to the bottom. And you can see that it's partially doing it. But again, I have to add a little dot here to limit the scope of what shades of gray or dark areas to come through. So if I bring this down, you can see it's doing a really good job of limiting the amount of black to be transparent. And right about there, I can tweak it a little bit more, right about there. And then now I can basically move this over, maybe change the opacity a little bit. And there you have it. It's a super easy process. And I think now you have a better grasp of blend options.